my MasterChef program, you have mystery box. By my special, you have mystery donuts. That is so cool to make it when you have some special guests and special additions. For example, children's birthday. Their friends will feel so cool to have this kind of donuts that you will never know which flavor that you're gonna get before you open it. Today, we're going to make 6 different flavors donuts. Here are the ingredients that we need to make those amazing, delicious donuts. Firstly, we make the donuts dough. I have my special way to make the donuts dough. We weigh up 500 gram all-purpose flour, add the vanilla sugar in it, give it a good whisk. Here I have 240 gram whole milk that I have heated to 30 degrees Celsius or 64 Fahrenheit heat. Break 2 eggs in there, add 65 gram sugar and 12 gram dry yeast. Give it a good mix till you don't see any dry yeast. Add the yeast mixture into the flour. You can use fork to mix the dough till there is no more dry flour in the bottom of the bowl. That I use chopsticks. We don't put the butter into it yet because the fat can decrease the activities of the yeast. So we put the butter in later. After the yeast has been active in the flour, in about 20 minutes, we melt normal salted butter and put it into the dough and knead it about 5 minutes. So the dough soak up the butter and become very smooth on the surface. Cover the dough and let it rest for about 1.5 hours or become double-sized. We use the waiting time to prepare the fillings, that is, separate the different flavor of candy, and cut the chocolate into the piece of the size that we needed. After the dough gets double-sized, we knead the dough again in about 1 to 2 minutes. Here you will experience the benefits to put the butter into the dough later. You will not get any sticky dough on your hand. The kneading process will help you to get a smooth surface dough and push out the air from the dough. We take one part of the dough to make the classic ring donuts with the biscuits cutter. I use some potato flour here because it will help you to have a crispy surface for the classic ring donuts. Use the rolling pin to roll the dough into about 15 centimeters long and 10 centimeters wide. Before we fry the donuts, it will get raising, so it's enough to have 1 centimeters thick. It will get about 1.5 centimeters thick later. I use a big biscuit cutter and a small biscuit cutter to create a ring that look like this. I make only 2 of it. The rest of the dough, we save it for later. Now it's time to make the stuffed ring donuts. I cut the dough into 70 grams of each. Knead and shape the dough into small balls. Cover them with plastic so they will not get dried. Take one dough and use the rolling pin to make the dough into a square shape, as good as we can, and place the candy in there. Here you need to put attention the way that I did it. I covered the candy with the dough and then push it carefully so there's no candy will drop out when we fry it. You roll it forward and pinch the end of the edge. It's very important to do that. Otherwise, after you fry it, you will get something like this. And roll the dough back and forth to get a nice shape of the donuts. Otherwise, you will get something like this. So I repeat the process several times. Take a dough, roll it into square shape, fill up with candy, and roll it into donuts. we start the stove to heat the frying oil up to 170 degrees Celsius or 340 Fahrenheit. During the time we're waiting for the oil, do you remember the rest dough from the classic donuts? We can make Korean twist donuts, so there is no wasted of dough. We make 2 of twisted donuts. Roll the dough back and forth, make it long, and the left hand go forward, the right hand go backward, and lift the dough. It will twist together by itself. Do the same to the other dough. Then we start to fry. We fry the classic one first because those were made it first. When all the donuts are fried, we coat it with some sugar flour. Look at this. Looks so delicious. My mouth gets watery now. We must give it a try. It's so soft and fluffy outside, and it's nice fruity flavor inside. Do you like these mystery donuts? Are you ready to give it a try? So leave a comment, tell me which kind of donuts that you like. If you like my mystery donuts, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for your watching, and I will see you next time.